first game that is going to be on Blue Ridge 11 as we make our triumphant return for the fall high school football on Friday, August 22nd. The Warwick Warriors hosting Avon Grove in those non-league games. They'll get to kick off week 1 at home in Lititz. We will be there for the game, kicking off our live broadcast, so 7 o'clock. Join us for that. Very excited for that, and looking forward to getting high school football back on Blue Ridge 11. Let's bring back in my crew today, Eric May, Tim Reedy. First one is out of the gates right there. Let's take a look at the football schedule as we're getting set to roll out weeks 1 through 10 for everybody. Very excited about that. And we said the Warwick one is week 2. We get the Ephrata Manheim Central rematch, just flipping home field in week 2. And then a run of Ephrata where Ephrata is in 2, 3, and 4 as they'll get to face off against some opponents there. And then we get the Cocalico run through September as they take on Warwick, Manheim Central, and Ephrata. That's going to be a really fun one there. And then towards the end, we'll get the Warwick Warriors in that big showdown with Conrad Weiser. And then we'll see what Manheim Central can do at the end of the season in weeks 9 and 10. They'll be on the road, but they'll be at our local teams for Garden Spot and Warwick. So, Eric, that's our 2025 football schedule. What are you excited about? I know there's a lot of juiciness in there. What do you think of everything that is on the docket for this fall?
You know, every game that I'm looking at this and history between some of these programs and some of the games they have played just within the last couple of years just really sets the tone for should be some great matchups. I mean, we'll get a look at Conrad Weiser late in the year. Well, it's a shame we didn't have an opportunity to see them last year. That was a team that was just unbelievable. Now they've got, you know, so many replacements. I mean, it's going to be new guys, offense, defense, special teams across the board. But, you know, that could be a telling point for Warwick. You know, that game against Conrad Weiser, depending on how their season goes, that could be a game that they cannot overlook. They might need that one to get into a postseason berth. You know, and then you look at the history of the matchups of Manheim Central and Warwick, and Garden Spot Manheim Central has been some great football games in the past too. So I just think this schedule this year is tremendous. Again, based on history and what lies ahead for these teams this year. And as I said to Tim, during the break, I said if for some of these teams that are trying to make that next step, it's going to be who is going to, gel the fastest in every aspect of their game. I know 10 weeks is not a lot of time, but the faster that, everybody can, come together as one, going to be better off for them in the long run. But boy, I tell you what, some of these matchups are just going to be a lot of fun to see.
Well, and as Tim Reedy pointed out to us a little earlier in the show today, some of these schedules are beefy and challenging, and we're going to see a lot of that unfold on Blue Ridge 11. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Tim, what were your thoughts when you saw the official full schedule here for the football season?
Well, I like them all. As Eric said, Jamie Wechter and, of course, G-Chat did a tremendous job getting this schedule together. Games I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to week 2, Manheim Central and Ephrata. I want to see how the Mounts respond to their win last year against Manheim Central, and conversely, what Manheim Central does on their home field when Ephrata comes there on the second night of the LO Football League. The other 2 games we're looking forward to, Cocalico and Ephrata, the backyard rivalry game. And then right after that, guys, the following week, we've got Conrad Weiser and Warwick. That is a powerhouse of 2 weeks. Great games, going to have playoff implications, not only for the districts, but for section crowns, I believe.